Halloween. Stories and Poems, edited by Caroline Feller-Bauer, illustrated by Peter Sis. King of the Cats, a ghost story by Joseph Jacobs, retold by Paul Gaudon. One October evening, the gravedigger's wife was sitting by the fireside with her big black cat, Old Tom. They were waiting for the gravedigger to come home. They waited and waited, but still he didn't come. At last he came rushing in, and as he came he called, "Who's Tom Tildrum?" He said it in such a wild way that both his wife and his cat stared at him in fright. "Why, what's the matter?" said his wife. "And why do you want to know who Tom Tildrum is?" "I was digging away at old Mr. Fordyce's grave when I suppose I must have dropped asleep. I only woke up when I heard a cat's meow." "Meow," said Old Tom in answer. "Yes, just like that," said the gravedigger. "So I looked over the edge of the grave, and what do you think I saw?" "Now, how can I tell?" said his wife. "Why, 9 black cats, all like our friend Tom here. All of them had white spots on their chests, and what do you think they were carrying? Why, a small coffin covered with a velvet pall. On the pall was a small coronet of gold, and at every third step they took they all cried together, 'Meow, meow,'" said Old Tom again. "Yes, just like that," said the gravedigger. "And as they came nearer and nearer to me I could see them more distinctly because their eyes shone with a sort of green light. The biggest cat of all was walking in front, and he looked for all the world like—" Suddenly the gravedigger stopped talking. "Just look at our Tom, how he's looking at me," the gravedigger said. "You'd think he knew all I was saying." Go on," said his wife. "Never mind Old Tom." "Well, as I was a-saying, the 9 cats came toward me slowly and solemnly, and at every third step they all cried together, 'Meow,'" said Old Tom again. "Yes, just like that," said the gravedigger. "The cats came on and on till they stood right opposite Mr. Fordyce's grave where I was. Then they all stood still and looked straight at me. I did feel queer, that I did." "But look at Old Tom," said the gravedigger. "He's looking at me just like they did." Go on," said his wife. "Never mind Old Tom." "Where was I?" said the gravedigger. "Oh, yes. There they all stood, still looking at me, when the one that wasn't carrying the coffin came forward. Staring straight at me, he said to me, yes, I tell you, he said to me in a squeaky voice, 'Tell Tom Tildrum that Tim Tildrum's dead.' And that's why I asked if you knew who Tom Tildrum was. For how can I tell Tom Tildrum that Tim Tildrum's dead if I don't know who Tom Tildrum is?" "Look at Old Tom, look at Old Tom!" screamed the gravedigger's wife. And, well, he might look, for Tom was swelling, and Tom was staring, and at last Tom shrieked out, "What? Old Tim dead? Then I, Tom Tildrum, am King of the Cats." And Old Tom rushed up the chimney and was never seen again.